Alright, so we went ahead and got the key to the junkyard last time, and we got the key from the desert. I don't believe Vice has them, right? Oh no, yes he does. Alright, so we need the sacrifice one and the memory key. Yeah. Sacrifice goes in the middle, memory tree goes there. Alright, cool. Let me also just make sure the audio is fine and that I'm not going crazy. It should be good. Yeah. It's just because I was in the menu. Alright. I also should have moved, but... Alright. So, yeah, I guess now we either go to Popola or we go to the actual forest itself. I'm not sure. But I guess we'll find out. No, we just go straight to the forest. I don't think there is a fast travel to it, so we just have to run it, which we can go via boar instead. So that shouldn't be too bad. By fast travel, I mean by boat. And let's also remember to swap over to the short sword for the speedrun strats. Okay. Alright. So now we go past the bridge, straight ahead, and to the right. Okay, so it should be up there. Yep, here we go. So the Forest of Myth. Alright, we'll see if I'm gonna have to be reading for like 2 hours again. You and me both, Vice. God, I don't want to do that. I don't mind reading, but I mean, if I have to, I don't mind.
Oh, あなた方ですか。え？最近変わったこと？神の木から変な気配がするんですよね。
神の木？
ええ、村の奥にある木ですよ。
You mean that one?
その妙な気配は調べたのか？
いいえ。
なぜ調べぬ？
近寄ってはいけないことになっているので。
なぜ近寄ってはいけないのだ？
さあ、なぜかはよくわからないです。
妙な話だ。
Interesting. Well, there was also a quest I gotta do here before I forget. It should be this thing. So essentially there was a kid that apparently the kids in our village came to play to this forest, or came to play at this forest for some reason, or in the forest, and one of them just got sick and they don't know why, so we're just supposed to like come to investigate, essentially. Let me save while I'm at it before I forget. And let's see if we can find a cure or something. None of these guys have like the exclamation marks.
特にどこも変わった様子はないみたいだけど。
どうやら手詰まりとなってしまったようだな。何か落ちているぞ。
変わった模様の木の実だ。
毒々しい文様だな。
さすがに食欲は湧かないな。
And what about this?
こういう手合いが多いのか、最近は。
白も言えた義理じゃないよ。
我はこのような言葉でこけ脅しをするような。
待て、続きがあるようだ。望んだことを教えてくれるってことか。それはありがたいけど。
Huh. Oh no. Okay. If it goes on for over an hour, I'll speed read again. But I'll try to be, you know, authentic about it, I suppose. Black, pure darkness, painted over everything. Words, scattered here and there across the blackness. Kind words, difficult words, amorous words, all sparkling in the dark like jewels. The words were few now, but time was shorter. Grabbing the words in desperation, the tree turned to the sky. "This is wrong," whispered the tree in the voice of the wind through the leaves. "This is not how it was supposed to be. The plan has failed." Once, long ago, the tree had remembered everything about the world. This was its task, its function, its purpose. It shivered with something approaching joy as it collected the memories of mankind. This was no accident. Emotions were as much a part of the tree as root and bark. Memories collected like dew on the thick green leaves of the tree. And once they had formed a web that spanned the entire world. Words collapsed into sunlight before passing through the leaves and into the pool of memory. From the pool, the words joined together to form colonies. The colonies united into whirlpools of light, and the light coalesced into stars. Each star was like a child of the tree, and it loved them all. Look at my memory. A child is here, brought by low disease. He is far too young to have suffered so. Thin beyond words, the boy's skin is a shade paler than the bleached sheets upon which he lies. His parents no longer visit him, for they cannot bear to watch him suffer. The doctors have long since surrendered his fate to the gods. The boy, too, has abandoned hope. Strange emotions, wariness, hatred swell within the dark recesses of his young heart. He tries to reject the black terror that germinates in his body, but no amount of effort or tears can drive the invader away. He has long ceased to resent his parents and doctors. Once he did, but now his pain is so great that there is little room in his heart to think of others. Only one person brings the boy comfort. A healthy young girl with tan skin and deep green eyes. She's a beacon of brightness and light in the boy's world. Her very presence is a comfort to him, but he is unable to look upon her face. Whenever they meet, the boy is filled with loathing for his own state. Soon, this loathing eats away at what joy he receives from the girl's visits. The girl will stop coming. He knows this, as every waking moment is spent in fear of this day. He thinks that if he could talk to her, if he could tell her of his feelings, this might not be so. But this conversation never happens. The girl disappears. The boy dies alone. The tree scoops up his memory and carefully stores it within itself. Etched upon it is a single word: envy. Look at my memory. There is a female warrior. Her greatest enemy is a beast with red eyes that she cannot fully comprehend. When she strikes it with her sword, it turns into a pillar of salt and dies. But when the white smoke clears, a new enemy rises, and another, and another. The warrior knows that her struggle is folly, but fighting the unending stream of enemies fills her with a sense of joy and purpose. Somewhere deep in the warrior's drug-addled mind lies a vague memory of a daughter. Perhaps the child exists only in her head, the dying remnants of a powerful dream she does not know. Her friends and fellow warriors come and go. Some flee in terror, some are eaten. She began the fight with 33 companions, but most are gone now. The warrior's body shudders. She does not understand why at first. By the time she hears the fierce low sound, the arena is already enclosed in darkness. Looking up, the warrior sees a beast so large that it blots out the sky. She's laughing. She's been doing so for as long as she can remember. Covered in blood and dirt, the warrior laughs. She laughs and laughs until the town that contains her daughter collapses into a pile of dust. This memory has been stored for a long time. It is etched with a single word: loss. Look at my memory. A red dragon falls from the heavens. Ah, that memory has been lost. A shame. It was a favorite of mine. And we know who that red dragon is, more than likely. After many centuries of existence, the tree saw that its carefully labeled memories were beginning to dwindle. Once seemingly infinite, the memories now seemed ready to disappear forever. The tree did not feel sadness at this. Grief was an emotion beyond its comprehension. It did, however, have the distinct feeling that something was missing. The mountain of memories it had so carefully assembled had disappeared. The tree stretched its branches as far as it could, but new memories refused to flow. The pool of memories was was a black, empty pit, a hollow place where life had once flourished. The tree had lost its purpose. There was nothing to be done but sift through the few remaining memories, littering the ground under its branches. This is why the tree was pleased when the young man and his companion entered the room. Well, this place is gloomy as hell. The room NieR had entered was almost completely empty. All he could see were a few crystals scattered haphazardly on the ground. Picking up one of the crystals and peering into it, NieR suddenly saw a familiar sight. It was the Forest of Myth, its villagers prisoners of their own dreams. I apologize, the tree thought. That is all that remains. As NieR stared at the jewel, bewildered, a voice suddenly called out from the depths of his mind. The voice implored them to listen. It was an order. Following it was mandatory. Abruptly, the pair realized that they must listen. They must listen. Look there. A small, shadowy presence appeared from beneath the floor. It appeared to be a shade. The shade grasped several jewels in its hand. More jewels tumbled out of its mouth like shards of broken teeth, sights and sounds tinkling from each one before vanishing forever. The creature was abusing the memories, treating the precious objects like a collection of cheap playroom toys. The shade appears to be consuming the memories. These things eat memories? The tree extended a branch toward NieR. Without a second thought, NieR brought his blade down on the shade, tearing its stomach wide. Jewels burst from the shade and poured across the chamber floor. Look, thought the tree. There's the conviction memory I had lost, and satisfaction, and many others as well. Yes, this is good. The tree opened its mouth and attempted to speak, but no sound emerged. A millennium of silence and solitude had caused the tree to forget certain things. But rather than be upset, it greeted the development with good cheer. Focusing all of its power on the riddle of speech, the tree formed a kind of makeshift vocal cord and tried again. I implore... It spat out a glimmering green jewel. One more time. I implore you. There we are. What was the color of the lost envy? Green? It spoke. The shade has intelligence and emotion. Cares. NieR brushed Vice's comment aside as his sword sliced through the shade's right arm. The shade extended its remaining arm to NieR. I must touch him. I must make contact. The moment its fingers brushed against NieR, the tree felt a warm sensation begin to burn. Something hot coursed through its fingers, up its arm, and out its entire body. It was an emotion, more than the entity had felt in centuries. The tree cried out in surprised joy. 1,000 years alone. 1,000 years in quiet contemplation. The tree felt like it was going to break apart. For long centuries, the tree had been alone, its heart sealed with heavy chains, but no more. New, powerful emotions began to take hold, causing its heart to lighten. This was more than the simple emotions it had been designed to feel. It was the beginnings of a soul. And the young man was the key. This was the promise made long ago. This was how it would be released. The tree's stomach began to throb in pain, a new and unpleasant sensation. But the time was not yet right. I implore you, how many were lost by the warrior who fought the red-eyed beasts? It was her daughter and 33 friends? I mean, she said that the squad started with 33. Assuming it's not counting her, but this is the only one with 30 in it. Okay, riddle time is over. I'm gonna kill this stupid shade once and for all. Something round and shiny fell from the open stomach and clattered to the floor. The key, cried the book. Secure the key. The man's sword slowed. Time began to dilate around them, stretching and slowing. Time is essential. The next word must be heard. The words exploded. It became difficult to discern their meaning. The pool of memories began to crack as infinite blackness burrowed its way into the wall. This world is falling apart. How can a world of letters? I implore. Most important thing. World. Yona. Yona. Or Yona. The light was complete. The memories disappeared. The tree's identity began to dissolve. As the letters slowly faded, NieR was drawn back to the real world, and the tree was satisfied.
Oh,
thank God it's over.
しかし魔物が思考するというのは初めて知ったな。
どうでもいいさ。奴らが何を考えていようと。こんな面倒はもうごめんだ。
あの木を倒したことで、もう文字の世界に埋もれることもあるまい。時間が巻き戻りでもせぬ限りはな。
Okay. That was honestly not so bad. I thought it was gonna be a lot worse. Like, an hour and a half worse. Alright, let's see if I got this thing. You found some poisonous looking berries. Could they have something to do with the illness? Okay. So I guess we go back for that. Or to turn that in. Nope.
魔王の正体について何か新たな情報が見つかったかもしれない。一旦
わかった。
Didn't mean to interrupt him again. Still, the reference to Drakengard 1, pretty neat. Was not expecting to see them mention it at all in this game.
いや、さっぱりだ。
そうか。
これさっきの巨木の下で拾ったんだけど。
うまそうだな。ちょっと食わせろ。
Oh no.
バカ者。 そのような毒々しいものを食すなど。
うまいな。いらないのならもっとよこせ。
本当に美味しいのか？ちょっと俺も試してみよう。なんだこれ、明らかにまずいし危険な味じゃないか。
どうしたんですかって、その実食べたんですか？その実は毒の塊なんですよ。さあ早くこの解毒剤を。
5 minutes later.
死ぬかと思った。
あんな毒々しい模様をしてるんですから、食べるものじゃないとすぐに気づくと思うんですが。
助かった。え？子供だけ？まさかあの子もこの実を食べたんじゃ？
考えられそうだな。大人でもここまで苦しむ毒だ。子供の身では辛かろう。
And it's been like 2 weeks as well.
ところでカイネ、解毒剤は飲んだのか？
いらん。うまかったぞ、あの実。
服装だけでなく胃袋まで異常であったか。
死なすぞクソボン。
Okay, well, we got an antidote. So now we can actually rescue this kid. Like I said, I did that, or I started the quest off stream.
にしても強烈な毒だな。手足がしびれる。
私は何ともなかったわ。
きっと胃袋の出来が違うんだろう。普段から大食いだからな、カイネは。
下着女は内臓まで下品にできておるのだな。
ページをぶちまけられたいのかクソボン。
But essentially, all we were told was like, "Hey, one of the kids is sick. Find out why." And then we learned that the kids were playing in the forest, and that's all we know. So the key must have been in the forest, and that's it. Which is probably what those berries were. And now we got the antidote, so now we got to go save them. So that should be here, and then we'll talk to Popola about, well, whatever comes next. So who was it that needed the... Was it you?
そこの広場の噴水なんだが、
中のポンプが故障。
ああ、多分そうだろう。
Well, let's see if I've got any of the extra
わかっ
parts
た。
while I'm at it. Oh no, I have to go to the facade. Fuck that. I mean, I'll probably do it off stream if I remember. Let's see if it was you.
原因がわかったよ。
Here we go.
あんたの息子は毒の実を食べたみたいだ。
ありがとう。帰ったら早速飲ませてくるわ。
これで一安心だ。
元気になったら落ちているものをむやみに食すのではないと教育するのだぞ。
Okay. So we were able to save a kid. That's good. So now let's talk to Popola and see if we can find out about the final key. And I mean, if we're able to go to like a final dungeon already, or find this final key and, you know, grab it, then I assume we're gonna be starting the end game or reach the final dungeon, which means that we'll finish like NieR today, and then we can start Automata afterwards. By that I mean next stream, because I don't have it downloaded right now, but soon. I guess we'll find out. For all we know, this is the start of like, or the end of Act 2 into Act 3.
ポポルさん、魔王の城の鍵の情報は何かわかりましたか？
そうそう。ちょうどそのことで話したいことがあったの。崖の村はわかるわよね。
ああ、あの憂鬱な者どもの陰気な村か。
それが最近はそうでもないらしいわ。崖の村の村長からの手紙よ。
Oh boy, another letter. Okay, let's take a look. Oh no!
にえ、魔王の城の鍵の名前が。
I clicked out and then clicked back in, but hold on. I was able to like snag it. So let me read it real quick. So From the office of the chief of the Aerie to Popola. My greetings to you and your village. I hope everything is going well. Our village has shut itself away from the world for far too many years, and we have therefore decided it is time to change our ways. As part of this endeavor, we have resolved to establish a shop within the village. It is now open for business, and I look forward to seeing a great many customers visit from all over the world. With regards to the sacrifice keyword you wrote about, one of our villagers claimed to know the meaning behind the term. You're more than welcome to speak with him on the matter as part of your visit to the Aerie. Now, I do see like a little bit of an arrow pointing down. I don't know if there was more to it, but that's still good enough, I guess.
そうね。各村の村長に問い合わせてみたの。
すごい。さすがポポロさん。
しかしなんだか都合が良すぎはしないか。
ええ。
どういうこと？
あれだけ閉鎖的だった村人が商売を始めた。その上魔王の城の鍵の情報まで教えると。
ちょっと危険な感じがするわね。
気にしすぎさ。それに危険でも構わない。待っているだけじゃヨナは戻っては来ない。それに魔物がいたら皆殺しにすればいいだけだ。
そう、わかったわ。気をつけてね。まずは村長の家を訪ねてみるといいわ。
Alright. Oh, well. Let's see if she has anything else.
まずは
Nope. So, one interesting thing that I've been noticing, at least throughout the playthrough, is some of the localization changes, which, I mean, I'm just hearing them, right, instead of...
崖の村か。
Oh, hold on.
まずは村長の家だな。
気がめいることだな。
So, mainly just by hearing them with the, like, minimal Japanese that I do speak, and I'm able to understand, it's pretty interesting, because it reminds me of another RPG that I haven't played, but I really want to, called Vagrant Story. So if you remember the cutscene that we just went through, Popola said something along the lines of like, I'm afraid Grimoire Vice is correct, right? Like that's what the translated text said. That's what they localized it as. But if you just listen to the like dialogue, all she said was, and that's it, which is just how the Japanese acknowledge something.
村の者たちが店を出すとは、随分と心境の変化があったものだな。
変化したのは本当に心境なのか？私には信じられん。
It's just a way of... Oh.
カイネさん。
里？私にとってあの村は
カイネ、心配するな。俺たちが守るから。
守るなんて言葉は自分のケツの穴拭いてから言え。
Anyway, it's just a phrase or a sound that they use to acknowledge things. It just means yeah. Like that's what means, right? And it reminds me a bit of like, again, how in Vagrant Story, when that game was localized, from what I remember, this is the only thing I know about the game, which, I mean, if you haven't played it, it's a classic legendary RPG from the PS1. When that game came out, it was really well received in Japan, and it just had a pretty good story, right? It was like the plot of it was like pretty simple, straight to the point. But when it was localized, the directors basically told the localizers, make this game as poetic and Shakespearean as you can. Go balls to the wall with making it a literal epic. And they did. If you read some of the writing, if you look up any of those cutscenes and you read some of the writing, like with the antagonist or whatever, it is fucking intense. It's some crazy writing. That's the only little bit I've had spoiled of that game for myself. And they kind of do stuff like that for games here in the West every now and again. And we kind of saw that right now with NieR. where they just add a bunch of like extra unnecessary dialogue or lines. I shouldn't say unnecessary, but they flesh out the dialogue a little bit more just due to the complexity of the language compared to something like Japanese. And this happens with other like non-English languages, but that's mainly due to how English is structured as a language. These guys sound like they're insane. Before, they were telling us to get the fuck out of here. Oh. They're panicking about, like, leaving, like, or interacting with outsiders. So, getting back to the language point, I'm not going to try to rant too much about this. Hold on. I don't believe we go that way. We would just go up that way, actually. But yeah, not to go too much on a, you know, like on a language tirade. But if you compare English to, say, other languages, even like other Germanic tongues, for example, such as like, we'll say even German, the vocabulary for the language is a lot, well, simpler. Actually, where the fuck is the ladder? I remember there was like one here. Oh, here it is. Jeez, I'm fucking blind. So comparing the vocabulary of like English to that of like German, just for super simple terms without going too much into it, after we talk to these guys. Okay, I thought it was dropping frames for a bit. Oh, there's one more. Sorry. So, German is a lot simpler compared to English in the sense that there are a lot fewer words to convey your like emotions or your meaning for something. So, for example, if you want to say you're sad or if you're happy in German, there's like 1 or 2 words for it, right? And in English, there's like 15 or 30 synonyms for sad or happy. And the same thing applies to Japanese to a certain extent, where there are like 3 or 4 words to describe you being sad or happy, but there's like a few phrases that you can also use to kind of convey the same meaning. But just strictly speaking, and due to the way the language is structured, you only need like 2 or 3 words. And they basically just have different severities from like, yeah, I'm a little sad today, to I'm feeling pretty bad, to I'm really fucking depressed, to I want to kill myself, for example. You know, like those type of levels. Now, mind you, I just use them in English, but there's also like 50 other words in English for each one of those severities. But you get my point. So it's interesting noticing these like localization changes when we go from game to game and playing them in different languages. I mean, I notice this as well whenever I play a game in, say, German or French or any other like vocal language besides English. It's always neat seeing how they change a lot of these words, or what like dialogue changes they add to the script to make it seem different, or just to localize it, I guess, in that language. But either way, let's get to these final villagers. Yeah, they're all fucking scared of them opening up and accepting or trading with outsiders, it seems. And now we'll see what the village chief has to say. I'm gonna assume this guy's possessed or some shit by a shade. Maybe the salamander we killed here didn't actually die.
俺たちポポルさんの村から来ました。
もうダメだ。
手紙の件についてお話を聞きたいんです。
この村はおしまいだ。
こういう陰気な輩であったな。
村長、だってあなたが手紙を出してくれたんですよね。
知らない。手紙など知らない。
どういうことだ。
他の者に聞いてみた方が早そうだな。村の者に聞き込みをしてみよう。
Let's go around. What do you mean? Oh no. And now everyone's got arrows on them again. All right, well, let's check one more time. Nope. Nope. I'm not gonna try to waste too much time here with this. I don't believe we can go down there directly unless I have to go a specific route. Maybe we can just, yeah, we can just jump it. Oh, there was a ladder. All right, let's start at the end. You're not a shade, prove it. Okay. And then this guy's suicidal. They only have all 9, so I'm reading it super quickly and skipping ahead because no point. Stay away and get back. Okay, it ain't you either. I mean, I assume we have to find one of the pods that has like a little dialogue bubble on it. But it makes you wonder, like, who wrote that letter then? If it wasn't, well, the chief or anyone else there, like, who could it have been? Okay, so, because we impaled the salamander, like, right there, but speaking of, there's a bunch of people there. Which I just noticed. Unless they were there before and I didn't see them. Well, let's find out. I'll check with these guys one more time. Nope. Same thing. God, that slide animation's always fun in video games. Okay. So let's see what these guys want. Oh, well, there's our target. But these are shops, right? I guess we'll get the remaining herbs that I'm missing. And the remaining ones for these. Half's magical, or half's damage from magical sources. Yeah, why not? And what about you? Grocery stores. Okay. Let's talk to you.
手紙か。聞いたことあるよう
知ってるのか？
な。ないような。
どっちなのだ。
ところであんたはカイネさんの友達かい？
そうだな。
Look at Emil. Like, there he fucking goes again. And then he's gonna come back and fly through us. Now. He just slaps us in the head with his fucking feet.
噂には聞いてるよ。魔物狩りをしているんだって。
しっかり。この村の魔物も全滅できるものならしておきたいところだが。
そうか。全滅か。
Yeah, even you, man.
全滅。全滅。全滅。全滅。
分かっておる。魔物だ。
くそ、罠か。
見ろ。我の危惧した通りだ。
魔物に乗っ取られていたのか。
帰りが遅いから迎えに来たぞ。
すまない。祭りになってしまったものでな。
私も参加させてもらおう。
カイネさんの村の人たちは魔物に乗っ取られてます。
でも全員じゃない。人間も混じってる。
Well, we're lucky that, like, this weapon is really fucking strong despite being super heavy. And that a lot of these enemies are not too bad. Although, it sounds like we're killing, like, the villagers. Which, if so, is pretty fucking scary.
お前たちさえいなければ全部うまくいってたんだ。
And now we're gonna get blamed. That's unfortunate.
げられるわけないじゃないか。
カイネ、そいつらは。
女の方は魔物だ。騙されるな。
Well, yeah, she's holding you back.
姉さん、姉さん。お前たちこそ化け物じゃないのか。
お前の姉さんはもう魔物になってるんだぞ。
魔物だろうがなんだろうが、僕の優しい姉さんだ。
カイネ。
The fucking infinite panty shots that we get of Kaine.
やめろ姉さんを傷つけるな。
なんだこれは。これでは我らの方が。
カイネさん、危ない。
殺せ。こいつらを殺すんだ。
お願い、やめてください。僕たちを、あなた方を魔物から守ろうと。やめてください。お願いです。
エミール。
脱出だ。カイネ、カイネ、立ってくれ。
やめろ。やめるのだ。
俺たちの平和を邪魔するな。
God, we're literally like guts, like going enemy through enemy.
あちらで村人が襲われておるぞ。
Like just slashing through every single one of these dudes, one by one. And I think these were all just healing items. Yeah. Which is pretty fucking insane. But it also goes to show like how strong we've gotten throughout the adventure. Either that or these guys are weak as fuck.
あの黒い渦は。
It's probably the salamander again. God, I meant to jump that. Like that. Alright. Oh god, did you see that fucking damage? That one shot was like 90 damage. Like 90% of its HP damage. Insane. Now where is it?
村人たちが巻き込まれたんだ。
嫌です。このままじゃ僕たち村のみんなを。そんなの嫌だ。
This thing is like that Ava Angel, Lelio. The one that oh, well that was waste. The one that captures Shinji and puts him inside of a direct sea, of all things.
これ式の魔法弾幕ごときで臆するでない。ひるんだら負けだぞ。目の中心から魔力を感じるぞ。
Would have done a lot of damage.
この人たち本当は。
躊躇してはならぬ。奴らはもはや魔物なのだ。
There it There's shades behind us. No.
周囲の触手は魔法を弾くようだな。なんという素早さだ。今だ。奴の中心に魔力を集中させよ。弱点が裏に集まっておるぞ。高い場所から攻撃せよ。
Yeah, but how the fuck do we get there?
僕がこいつを釘付けにします。
Oh, we literally have to go for it. This is pretty fucking cool for a boss fight.
ここは僕が食い止めます。今ならあいつを後ろから狙うことができるはずです。回り込んで倒してください。お願いします。
ここはエミールに任せて奴の後
Oh,
ろ
we
に
have
回
to
り込
go
む
up.
ぞ。
Fuck. Alright, well, that's not
下
too
からで
far.
は狙えん。もっと近づくのだ。
This is a pretty cool concept for a fight, though. I don't think I've ever like played a game where they've done something like
慎重
this.
に奴の目を狙え。
Oh no! What am I doing? No, I wanted to do an air combo to stay up in the air, and oh,
まだですか。
fuck! And get past these balls because these can't be like hit by magic, unless I gotta, you know.
Yeah,
奴は奥に逃げたぞ。
少し休んだらそちらに向かいます。
分かった。エミール、あまり無理をするな。
Where is it? There it is. What a way to fucking go! Imagine just fucking up and then doing this off the fucking bridge onto the ground. What, like 7 miles below?
あれだけの攻撃でまだ動けるのか。
合体した奴の生命力は侮れぬということだ。
Also makes you wonder what the fuck this thing is. With some of the dialogue that we got. By the way, it's almost dead.
僕と一緒
There
に
it is.
あいつに力をぶつけてください。
Or
分かった。
not yet. There we go. And it fucking bleeds. This literally is Evangelion. Well, Purification Commission Report 9/30/2032. The first detachment is functioning properly. However, continued caution will be required well into the future. A discussion about dealing with the fuck.
おい、もうやめろ、エミール。
What
エミール。
いいな、エミールはおらぬ。ここにあるは最強兵器の本能のみ。
皆さんごめんなさい。僕のせいで罪のない人まで。
けどエミールは俺たちを救ってくれたじゃないか。エミールがいなければ俺たちは死んでたよ。ありがとう。
でも僕。
いいんだ。もう振り向くな。
We obtain the final key, the key of sacrifice. Or the fragment
と
for
に
it.
かくこの村からは出よう。
そうだな。
Well, that was pretty sad. How unfortunate for everyone at the Aerie. And I also didn't realize until pretty late that there were other vendors on that platform, so whatever weapons were there, we missed out. But if Amiru hadn't fucking killed them all, I'd be able to buy them right now.
これで全部だ。
Okay, and that's the final, or that's another achievement, just for getting everything.
魔王のところに、
Like, key-wise, that is.
ヨナのところに行けるのか。
しかり。
絶対に取り戻してみせる。
Alright, this might actually be the finale. We'll see. Again, I don't know what comes after the Shadowlord Temple, I think. That's what it's called. But if that's the final area, we just fight, like, the weird child thing,
ポポルのところに戻って
and we save,
話を聞くの
Yona,
だ。
then, yeah, that's it. And then I prepare my notes, and then we start NieR Automata, and then I fucking do a lore dump before that stream. But we'll
そ
see.
れにしてもこうも都合よく鍵が集まるとはな。まるで誰かに集めさせられているような。
シロは考えすぎだ。
しかし
罠だとしてもそこにヨナがいるのなら俺は行く。
そうか。
Yeah, and you can even hear Ashes of Dreams be different. We now have the piano rendition of the song instead of the normal one that is played through string instruments. Now we have this version, which is really good. I love this version of the song so much too. but I thought maybe like someone pulled a piano out of nowhere and they were playing it. Because before we had, I forget her name. Oh yeah, this entry. They mention a chord as well here. Like just in that passing note. And as we discussed in Drakengard, and as we saw in Drakengard, a chord was the chick who was basically selling us all our weapons and also asking us to do stuff for her. She was the one that provided all the side quests. And then at the very end, again, if you play through the whole game and get all the endings, you eventually find out that, again, she's here to make sure that there is no timeline where the Black Flower blooms and destroys everything. Otherwise, she'll stop that that timeline. And then so far in NieR, we haven't encountered her, but that's the only time she's been mentioned in that little like snippet, in that little journal entry. So we'll see. Maybe we'll encounter her before the game's over, or maybe she's in a different path. Who knows? And if she's in NieR, I have no idea what her purpose would be, unless the Black Flower is still in this game, which we'll find out, I guess.
行くのか。村は噂で持ちきりよ。あなたがヨナちゃんを取り戻しに行くって。
Yeah, Devola was her name, right? Not Popola. Well, Popola's sister is Devola.
本当に行ってしまうのね。
必ずヨナを連れて戻ってきます。何？
なんでもない。ポポルは心配性だからな。じゃあ気をつけて。くれぐれも気をつけてね。
ありがとう。
I keep expecting the vocals to kick in, but they don't. But alright. So it looks like any pending side quests I had, I guess are just going to be on hold permanently. So yeah, let's go rescue our sister. I guess this is the end. Maybe. Okay. So yeah, we have to go to the ferryman. Because this is literally the only way to go back to that dungeon. And there was a quest that I had to go back there for, which was like the blacksmith was basically telling me, hey, if you find a treasure map, can you give it to me? And then we are able to restore it.
Yeah.
And his wife basically tells us, look, my fucking husband is insane. Can you go get the treasure for him? And we agree, and the treasure is actually in the shrine, but I just never went back for it, and I don't remember what it was. And you get like some item, like a coin or some shit.
必ず戻ってきましょうね。
行こう。
Imagine the fucking coin is like it's some secret item that you give to some NPC that shows up at the end because they spot it like in your wallet or some shit. And then that's what leads you to like take alternate ending B or some shit. Oh, it's Snow in the Summer. That's the name of the song. Like we've come full circle, at least when it comes to like just music, because this is what we opened up with, and now we're ending with this song playing.
そうだな。白と初めて会ったのも、初めて一緒に戦ったのもこの場所だな。
へえ、シロさんってこんなところに住んでたんですか。
まあ、大まかに言うとそういうことになるか。
クソ髪に似合いのボロ部屋だな。
どこかの下着女が散々暴れてくれたおかげでな。
You cannot turn back from this point. Continue. Yep.
ようやくここを通れるのだな。
I guess this is the finale after all. This building almost looks a little too modern. At least compared to everything else that we've seen, right? From the architecture to what I assume are windows. And then this. The garden itself is pretty neat. And I don't think we've seen many birds, let alone pigeons? Okay, these are pigeons. And of course they speak.
本当の姿を誰に見せる我が問いに答えよ
小鳥さんが喋ってますよ
我は問う人がなぜ世界からいなくなったのか
なんだそれは。
待て、これは合言葉だ。
合言葉？
いわばこの城に入るための呪文だ。確かどこかで聞いたような。
Is the answer the black flower?
本当の声は本当の姿を誰に見せる我は人がなぜ我がと
Because of a black disease?
我は答える。黒き病がゆえに。
我は問う人はその命をいか
Interesting. This I'm not so sure of. I think it might be separating body and soul.
我は答える。その身と魂を分かつべし。
我は問う魂の行く先はいずこか
They are placed in their corresponding shells. They are in the promised land, bursting with light. They are placed in their corresponding shells.
我は答える。写しみとなる傀儡に収める。
よかろう
I can't believe I was right.
そのもの主たる人とみなし城への立ち入りを許可する
どうやら先に進めるようだな。
I did guess for the second and third questions, though. But they seemed like the most logical answers, considering what we've seen in the game. But we know the reason for... Oh, a weapon? Obtain a two-handed sword, Phoenix Sword. Is that going to be the strongest sword we can get? So far? This does 389, this does 400. Yep. Alright, let's look at it. So, oh, and it looks super cool, too. A large sword used by a temple guardsman, and supposedly made from feathers of a legendary firebird. And if we read the story for it, this is a story of a time long ago. There was once a beautiful bird with resplendent feathers that lived a quiet life deep in the forest. And we'll probably never know what else is said. I might look up the stories for him and then maybe read them post-stream, considering how short this one's gonna be. I mean, we've got like maybe 40 minutes or something left, I assume. So maybe I'll find the descriptions and then see if we can find the stories for him, and I can read them real quick near the end. Oh.
ランジュラは村の双子。
デーボルさん、ポポルさん、どうしてこんなところに？
村に戻る気はないか？ここはとても危険よ。入ったところでヨナが戻ってくるかどうかも。
いかにしてここに来た？
質問しているのは私たちよ。
Yeah, okay, let's get out of here. Knowing this game franchise, this is probably like the way you get a bad ending. Like, that's how you unlock it. But they already said they're not going to answer our question, so we're here to rescue Yona.
俺たちは先に進む。ヨナを助けるために。
そうか。なら仕方ないね。仕方ないわね。
仕方ない。What do you mean?
君とは戦いたくなかったよ。本当に戦いたくなかった。
Really?
どうして？なぜなんだ、デボルさん。
これは最初から決められていた運命なんだ。でもできればあなたとは戦いたくなかった。それは本当。あと100年次の世代にしたかった。
何を言っているんだ。
こやつらは魔物か。
いや違うようだ。
嘘だ、嘘だ。ポンポルさんたちが。そんなわけない。
正直ここまで成長してるとは思っていなかったよ。
なぜだ。なぜお前たちが邪魔をする。
白の書、裏切りの輩よ。お前に詰問される筋合いはないわ。
God, that still does a ton of damage. Uh-oh.
白。
力をコピーされた。
封印されし言葉使えるのか。
それはもともと私たちの力だからな。
God, that's a lot of
あな
damage.
たはそれを分け与えられたに過ぎない。
シロさん大丈夫ですか。
どうしてなんだ、デボルさん、ポンポルさん。なぜ魔物の味方なんかするんだ。
Alright, so that still gets him. Oh my god. Okay. Jeez. Oh yeah, she's almost done. Or done for, I mean.
どうして。
全ての謎の答えは魔王の御心にある。
魔王の仲間なのか、ずっと仲間だったのか。
答えはあなたが探してちょうだい。己の真実と向き合うために魔王の城へ入りなさい。
デボルさんとポポルさんが。
無茶してくれるぜ。
シロ、大丈夫か。
おかしいぞ。我の最大の武器であるはずの口が。
Well, they're your only
ら
assets.
なくなった。
シロさん
かような目をするでない。心配無用だ。大丈夫。
大丈夫。
音楽ワルツが聞こえます。
Oh, I hope so. God, waltzes are so good. Boop, 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 boop. Well, let's go, my forte. Yeah, and it's
舞踏会とは豪勢であるな。
it's a fucking waltz version of Ashes of Dreams.
つら魔物だ。
Well, I mean, it was beautiful while it lasted.
閉じ込められたみたいです。
いいさ、戻る気なんかない。
そうだな。
I love the fucking music in this game, dude. Which I know I've gushed about a lot, but it's so good. There we go. Alright, that's 2 for 1. Alright, almost done. I assume. Okay. That's a pretty good magic word. A little too late for them, I guess, but I mean, we could still probably equip them. There's so many of them. A flashy hat. What an item to get out of nowhere. Well, there we go. No.
これじゃキリがない。
私が次の部屋への扉を開ける。援護してくれ。
武道会か。豪勢って話だ。
シロ。
ああ、すまぬ。援護だな。
Open up soon.
カイネさんを守ってあげてください。
これで
カイネ、まだか。
まだですか。
せかすな。私はこういう細かい仕事は苦手なんだ。
Why'd you change targets? Oh my god. He locked away from the dude that had no barrier.
若者、何をしておる。
めんどくさいもんはぶっ壊す。
やめろ。そんな無茶をして万が一。
万が一のことなど知るか。
Oh, I'm dropping frames like fucking crazy, man.
開いたぞ。
おい、カイネ、後ろ。笑っておるのか。
うせろ、化け物め。
Actually, seems like all these guys, yeah, they die really quickly to this.
カイネ、大丈夫か。
カイネさんを助けないと。カイネさんを助けないと。
大丈夫か。
ああ、それよりも。
Yeah, we'll be fine. Oh, they're so cute. They have little eyes. They look like tiny slimes from Puyo Puyo. Or well, they look like Puyos. Uh-oh. And now we're reskinning enemies.
許してほしいなどと思ってはいない。
カイネ。
That would have done so much damage. But alright, we should be able to like easily take him out. I mean, he's almost dead too. Like this should do it. There we go. Easy.
魔物め。
おい。
Oh. Now an armored boar? Okay, so we got an achievement for beating the other boss within 2 minutes. What about this one? Because it's also dead.
奴は不死身か。
思い切りまずいです。
こんなところでやられ。くそ。
しっかりしろカイネ。あんなの相手にしていたらいつまでもヨナの元にたどり着けるぞ。
ここは先を急いだ方が良さそうですね。
行くぞ。
Unless this thing's supposed to do something and I'm killing it too quickly.
こっちだ。
Well, I guess we just leave it. Yeah, it was fucking bullying it. Kept getting up, I just kept destroying it. Alright, we can't take the elevator, obviously. They put boxes in my way? That's fucking funny.
急いでください。
Oh no! It's a one-shot? Fuck you. That's stupid. That's so fucking stupid. Are you insane? That's some of the stupidest shit in this game. But at least we got a new weapon we can quickly look at. Is it better than the Phoenix Spear? Dragoon Lance. It is not. It does 300 damage compared to like 576. Alright, well, let's view the details of it. A spear that symbolizes a pact between a great warlord and an ancient dragon. He had grown old. The king's dauntless gaze had lost its light, and his stalwart body had grown soft. What's more, every ounce of fear and vanity he had gained with age now gnawed away at his heart. The king was afraid, so he repeatedly ordered the invasion of neighboring countries, so as to hold on to the lands he had been sworn to protect. The king was afraid, so he tried to take everything through violence and oppression, for he no longer trusted his own advisors and vassals. Now that sounds like a possible reference to Drakengard 1. Maybe. Okay, so fuck the like speedrunning strat of running and attacking. I'm just gonna like book it.
急いでください。
Except for these. Alright, there we go.
開かないぞ。
You're kicking a steel door with heels. Like,
攻撃が来るぞ。
what do you expect, kinda?
入り口も開きません。
どうやら閉じ込められたようだな。
Oh, come on. Well, I guess we just bully this thing for a little while. And, see, because that is like 60 to 70 percent of its HP down with one combo. But I'm dropping frames like crazy again. God damn it.
Kasa, 程度と、ち、いるとて。
Alright, here, hold on. Give me a second. Okay, let's get back to it. So the damage I did to it while we were transitioning from one cutscene to another still remained,
か、つて。
どうしてここ
which
に
is pretty funny.
さるりとした。と、改ざむときろ。だろ。
Anyway,
しかり。
いや、あらとて賛成体。
クルワリ割とてトラスカンカシチーで。
でも
あら、ペルアと。
飛んだ来てキリゴイタリ。
アッフィア、とさちちさったとな。とねるた、改ざむちと。え、タッカール、奇跡、お、あ。
おいやめろ離せやめろおお
ギー、後でアリクラーサあこ
開けろお前らだけじゃ無理
だゆっくくおたおきアルタユート来るとこっちいるかてケータルイトエチケロアルテリアだせ
リュウジ
各石技師
真鍮カレルタカイザムテラス
あんだあらたてウラーヌペルアトチ
ウラーヌカイザムトッチ
おお開けるんだ
ぐずぐずするな行くぞ
カイネさん
奴の戦いを無駄にするなフィーアのために
おう
That was pretty funny. Well, I guess we gotta break these boxes. Since weapons appear to be in them. And plenty of healing items too, which is insane. I mean, I can't complain, right? It's good game design, I guess. If you, for some reason, struggled to get this far, they're like, well, here's a bunch of items. Nope.
デボルさん、ポポルさん。
やっと来たね。待ちくたびれたわ。
どうしてなんだ。
1300年前、
1300 years ago.
滅びかけた人類が取った最後の手段、ゲシュタルト計画。
ゲシュタルト。
白の書、思い出せないの？なら思い出させてやる。
We obtained the Project Gestalt documents.
白。
頭の中が思い出したぞ。デボル、ポポル、なんじらは人間にあらず。そして
口ごもったね。言いづらいかい？ならポポル、代わりに言ってやんなよ。私たちだけじゃないわ。今ここにいる全員が人間に作られた人間もどきなの。
何を言ってるんだ。
まだわからないかな。お前たちは人間じゃないんだよ。
は？
そんな。じゃあこの世界に人間は存在しないんですか？
いいな。我らが魔物と呼んでいるあれが人間だ。人間だったものの慣れの果ての姿だ。
That's crazy.
さ、おしゃべりは終わり。私たちは仕事に戻る。
そんな。
お前のその体を返してもらおう。本来の持ち主である人間に。悪く思わないでね。それが持ち主のいない体を持たされた私たちの仕事なの。私たちの長い人生は人間たちの意志に沿って他人の人生を制御するためにしか存在しない。
Interesting.
あなたたちにはあなたたちの理由がある。私たちには私たちの理由がある。そういうことだ。
かっこつけるな、バカ。
そうだな。
That is pretty crazy. That's a pretty crazy loredom to just have out of nowhere.
所詮は道具なんだ。私たちもお前も。
違う。俺はお前たちとは違う。
But it makes sense considering some of the stuff we've gone through, or we've heard, I guess, throughout like combat with some of the shades, how some of them would whisper and talk to us, right? And we would hear voices. No, I keep getting hit, but that's because I think we're gonna like kill them. It's like fight's over already.
デボル。ポポル、泣いてるのか。デボル、死んではダメ。私たちがなぜ双子に作られたか今分かった。魂のない私たちが。喋らないで。血が止まらない。デボル。 一人で生きるにはこの世界は寂しすぎるんだ。時間が長すぎるんだ。涙は流せるのに魂がないなんて本当におかしな話だよ。ごめんなポポル。いやデボル、置いていかないで。私を一人にしないで。やだ、
ポポルさん、もうやめよう。
やめようって。お前にそんな自由があると思ってるの？デボルを殺しておきながらよくもそんな。
やめてください。今ならまだ。
もう遅えんだよ。何もかもみんな殺してやる。
And going back to the translation thing.
俺はあんたとデボルさんに育てられたようなもんなんだ。頼むからやめてくれ。
あやつらは年も取らずにずっと見てきたのだ。長すぎる歴史を、真実を。
くそ、なんでポポルさんと戦わなければならない。
剣を止めるな。進みたいなら倒せ。倒すしかないんだ。
Going back to the translation thing there, she wasn't saying like it's time to stop or whatever. She was saying I'm gonna kill you like 3 times, like over and over again.
このお前ら殺せ。
Like there too, she said it again. Like, I'm gonna kill you. Like, all of you, I'm going to kill you all.
橋が
まずい。進めなくなるぞ。
僕が何とかします。
ダメか。クソ。
大丈夫です。僕、少年だった頃の石化させてしまう目も、この醜い体になってからの姿も本当に嫌でした。だけど同時に誇りでした。だってこの姿のおかげでみんなと仲間になれたもの。皆さんありがとうございます。
エミール、
今人を守るための兵器になれること、本当に感謝しています。
よせ。
さあ行ってください。
エミール。
僕なら大丈夫ですから。
エミール、エミール、
エミール、エミール、エミール、エミ
やれやれ。カイネさんは乱暴だし、シロさんは口うるさいし、肝心な時に喧嘩しないといいけれど、もう僕は仲裁できませんからね。 なたにもう一度会いたい。あなたに死にたくないな。死にたくないよ。
Sorry, her laugh was just really funny. God.
行くぞ。ああ。
With that, Emil is gone. What a shame. Although I was kind of shocked when he started like having us levitate. I was gonna be like, well, how come we never use that to get around instead? It would have been faster than running everywhere. Ah, okay. This is an actual like fight I gotta do. Can you aim near? God damn it. He doesn't like to do this attack too often. Like, when I try to actually use it, he doesn't, it doesn't proc sometimes. And then that one didn't do a follow-up swing, which would have gotten this guy. It's fine, though. And then that should have staggered him. But for some reason it didn't. Okay, now we can move on. No boxes back here. Gonna gather them all by the door again. To do that specifically. Alright, next.
ヨナ。何もかも終わらせてやる。
派手にぶちかませ。
So without spoiling it, I get maybe. If you've been paying attention, you should know who this guy is.
道具の分際で我らが王に歯向かうとは。
Like we've been given plenty of clues that should let you know who he is.
ひとくくりにするな。
気をつけろ。分かってる。
Nope. Nope. God damn, he's fucking strong. I keep wanting to wombo combo him
シロ、大丈夫か。
with the heavy attack, but he keeps fucking knocking me out of it. Like there, I was super far away from him. There we go.
Yona.
たがお兄ちゃん？
ああ、そうだよ。一緒に帰ろう。
ごめんね。ごめんね。お兄ちゃん、ごめんね。ごめんね。お兄ちゃん、大好き。
今だ。妹についていた魔物は消えた。
タイム、ヨナを頼む。お前の悲しみがわかるだなんて、そんな都合のいいことは言わない。俺はただ仲間と妹を守るだけだ。彼女たちを危険にさらす者がいれば倒すだけだ。来い、魔王。シロ、大丈夫か？
様子がおかしいぞ、シロ。
何やってここまで来て倒せないでどうする？
No, I missed. You son of a bitch.
Shh. しばし待たれよ。
大丈夫か？
心配無用と言いたいとこだがな。
シロ。
いったったったった。どこかのバカ者に乗せられて無茶をしすぎたようだ。戦う骨董品は世の中にそうあるまい。
シロ、ごめん、ごめん、俺。
おい、真に受けるな。冗談だ。
だって
さあ、突っ立ってないでそこをどけ。我には最後の大任があるのだ。
何する気だ？
あやつの動きを止める。そしてその後はお前に任せた。この先はお前一人の戦いだ。しっかり頑張るのだぞ。
嫌だ、嫌だ。俺はまだシロと。
まったく、我はお前のそういう単純なところが好きであった。楽しかったな。お前といると本当に楽しかった。しかしここでお別れだ。
シロ。
そうそう、一つ言い忘れておった。
何？
シロというな。本当は結構気に入っていたのだぞ。
シロ、知ってた。
生意気なやつめ。
lost all its powers. Oh no.
俺には守るものがある。
Oh, that's right. I'm like, how come I can't do anything?
意味があるんだ。
It was... Fuck, because I can't dodge either. It's not orders, it's not weapons. Alright, well... Fucking hell, man. This happens every time.
お前は
Every time Vice gets, like, removed, I can't fucking, dodge. But I guess we'll just keep attacking, because that will pop these bubbles. Maybe like this. This is faster. And you defeated the Shadowlord. That's that achievement.
Yonaの様子はそんな
大丈夫だ。
シロどこにいる無事なのか
探しても無駄だ。我はもう形を失った。じき声も失うだろう。故に今のうちに言っておく。よく聞け。ヨナは大丈夫だ。恐れるな。諦めるな。呼び戻せ。ヨナを。
どうやって
ヨナの、そしてお前の記憶を思い出せ。お前たちが生きる証を。
俺たちの証
大丈夫。お前ならできる。
ヨナの好きな食べ物は？それはクッキーだよ。ヨナの好きな本の題名は？それはね、魔法の絵本。ヨナの好きな場所は？それはお兄ちゃんのいるお家。ヨナの好きなお花の名前は？そのお花は月の涙だよ。じゃあね、ヨナが一番好きな人は？
Oh. I didn't mean to cut her off. Well.
Yona. そうだよ。お前だけの体だ。
お兄ちゃん、大きくなってる。大人の人みたい。
ああ、あれから少し時間が経ったんだ。
ヨナはずっと眠っていたの？
ああ、
物語のお姫様になったみたいね。
ヨナ、よかった。本当によかった。
お兄ちゃん。
カイネ。
妹と仲良く平和に暮らす。
カイネはどうするんだ？
私は
もしよかったら俺たちと。
遠慮しておこう。私にはまだ片付けなければいけない問題があるからな。
問題？
個人的なことだ。では元気でな。
カイネ。
お兄ちゃん見て。綺麗。光を見たいって誰かがずっと叫んでた。やっと見られたね。ありがとう、お兄ちゃん。光がいっぱい。
ああ、そうだね。
You can hear the vocal version of Ashes of Dreams. So I'm gonna let that play out, and then we'll talk a little bit about the game. God, I love that song so much. I've listened to it like a lot throughout my life. Alright, I guess we got ending A. Exit, clear data screen. Oh, safe, yeah. Ending B. Load your clear data after completing the game to experience Kaina's story. Oh, there's more. You can now read a departed mother's diary in your house. Wardrobe has been added to the options menu. New outfits can be obtained by progressing through a departed mother's diary. Change music has been added to the game settings of the options menu. I guess we can check out Kaina's story. Maybe. We can have that be like a bonus episode. And then we can do that later. But let's just click continue and see what happens.
僕はカイネさんと接するたびどこか懐かしかった。無意識のうちにお姉さんとダブらせていたのかもしれません。やります。
Okay. Well, seems like this is extra stuff. So we're not going to start this today. But I'll just keep the background music. And we can do this probably next time. So maybe in like a few hours, we'll come back and we'll do this. And we'll do Kaina's story, and I'll have that be a bonus like stream before we actually move on to Automata. But let's get ready to wrap things up for today. At least for now, we're gonna like just talk about the stream. Sorry, we're gonna talk about the game for a little bit. And if you don't want to stay for the discussion, I do want to thank you for joining me today. And for the entire NieR series that we've covered so far. Essentially back to back, which has been crazy. But if I were to like look at this game just as is, if I were to put myself in the mind or in the shoes of someone that bought this game in 2010, who had never heard of NieR, and you know, imagine again you just got paid or something at work, you go to GameStop on a Friday night and you look at some of the new releases, and I mean, all you've got is an Xbox 360 or a PS3, whatever this came out on, I forget. And you see NieR, you look at the box, you look at the cover, and you're like, you know what, why not? I'll buy it. It looks interesting, it's mature, there's, you know, the little like blurbs on the back catch your attention. You take this game home with you, and you play it, you know, for your weekend, right? And you finish it in that weekend. If I were to be someone that has never heard of Drakengard, that has never heard of NieR, I would find this game to be the most mid game on the planet. And that's just being, you know, objective about it. If we were to just analyze this game as is, excluding like the cool cutscenes, it is the most cookie cutter like story out there. Girl gets kidnapped, evil monsters are roaming the world, you go from town to town to get keys, you go rescue the girl that's in danger. Everything's right with the world, right? You get your first ending, and that's it. And if you were to just play through the game and just go for the first ending and that's it, this would literally be the most cookie cutter like game out there. Your typical adventure RPG. Guy saves girl, world is saved, that's it, right? There's maybe a revelation here or there, something deep, and that's it. If I were like say a gamer back in 2010 and I was playing this game, I would probably be disappointed. I'd be like, what the fuck is this? Like, that's it? Played this game for 17 hours and that's the ending? I decapitate a guy after like the sister opens like a window and a shadow flies out. What the fuck, right? it literally is the most generic shit out there on the surface. But if you've been following along, everything that we've encountered throughout this playthrough obviously has a much deeper meaning, which makes the game infinitely better with the extra knowledge, right? Because we know of the Black Flower. We know of how we went from Drakengard to this. We know of how the effects of the Black Flower affected humanity, and then we got some of the little like snippets from our diaries and from the like logbooks that the scientists left behind for some of the like projects that were going on that, you know, that apparently took place 1300 years ago. So 100 years after, presumably, after the events of the start of the game, which started in 2003 or 2053 or whatever it was. I think it was 2053 where we started. It's been like 2 weeks since we've like gone through that. If you're watching this on YouTube, I mean, it doesn't matter. You're probably like seeing them like come out one by one, right? But for me, I haven't played this game in like, or haven't seen the start of the game in like 3 weeks. But again, if we were to just analyze the game by itself, generic, mid, 6 out of 10, that's it. Like, put it back on your shelf, never play it again, probably. Unless it piques your interest and you want to check out the other endings, if you think there are other endings. If you somehow, if you're just the average gamer, you probably wouldn't realize there's multiple endings. And then that's it. You probably think that the A was a score or something. You'd go talk about this shit on GameFAQs or on some like gaming forum in 2010 and be like, what the fuck is this? And then some nerd that's like obsessed with the series would tell you, no, dude, there's more to this game. In fact, you have to play 3 fucking games before this to kind of understand it. And of course, they're fake fans because they recommend Drakengard 2, which Drakengard 2 is a game you should not play. But they tell you need to play Drakengard 1, 2, and 3 to like find out what the fuck is going on. And then you somehow find Drakengard 1 in the fucking in the bargain bin at GameStop, and then you try getting through that, and then you realize it's a slog fest, and you look up the endings on GameFAQs, which were, you know, the guide was written in 2006, and then you find out there's 6 endings, and to get all the endings you have to go through a literal like heap of hoops. You have to jump through a shit ton of hoops just to get the final ending so that you can maybe hope to understand what the fuck is going on in NieR, and then you realize, I'm not gonna do this. And YouTube wasn't as popular with gaming back then, so while you could find Let's Plays or walkthroughs, they were mainly for popular titles, let's say like Metal Gear, right? Maybe a Sonic game, shit like that. But something as obscure as Drakengard, you might find one channel of one dude holding a camera up to his CRT, recording the gameplay, and it's a video series with 200 views, and it doesn't get past like video 7 because the guy stopped uploading because he went to college. Some shit like that. That would be like the most realistic reaction or scenario that would happen to someone maybe playing this game in 2010. But again, since we've been playing this game series, we have a lot more background to NieR as a whole, and it obviously makes the game a lot more, you know, a lot deeper. It's not just like excluding the surface level shit. Some of the stuff that they sprinkled in throughout the game really, like, you know, it got the old noggin jogging with just the stuff that we discovered. Obviously, at least I'm assuming I'm correct, the Shadowlord himself was the original character that we played at the start of the game, right? I might be misremembering, but I'm pretty sure he got a hold of the Black Book. Again, it's been ages, so I don't remember specifically, but I think he was the one that got a hold of the Black Book, and he relied on this power. And then that's how he started fighting Shades again, and maybe he was one of the last remaining humans along with his sister. The infection that Kaina had of the shade that possessed her, well, like, we found out that, you know, she was possessed by a shade. We fought Kaina's shade, and once it was revealed that shades were the original humans, it's like Kaina was possessed by whatever it was that originally belonged in the body that, you know, is hers, right? And that's just really interesting to think about. And then we have the Shadowlord, of course, wanting to take our body, wanting to take our sister's body, because he wants his sister to feel better. And while his sister, I guess, does get better, right? She's no longer really sick, she's just weak when she took over Yona's body. She didn't want that, as we were able to see. And she would rather the shell of herself actually take take over and be with her brother than her living. Which is a very interesting take. And it makes me wonder, like, what the other endings have, of course, but we're not gonna show all of them off because that would take for fucking ever. It'd be another 60 hours, which I'd rather move on to NieR Automata. So, I mean, again, just looking at all the stuff that we've covered, it's been really fucking interesting, especially with, like, the notes that we got from the lab. If you don't know, Gestalt is German for, like, form or shape. Usually involving just anything taking form, basically. So Project Gestalt was just that, like, you know, like figures, you know. It was the creating the false humans to, I guess, contain the shades, so that the shades would stop, I don't know, destroying shit. I don't think we got an actual reason as to why these shades were attacking. And I don't think it was ever explained, or maybe it was in one of the lore bits that I might have missed. I don't think it was ever explained why these shades were rampaging, or what happened to humans. What happens to humans when they die? What I guessed was, you know, they fucking return to, like, their mortal husks or whatever, and that was the right answer. So I'm not sure when that was covered, or if I missed it at some point. But I guess I'll find out more when I do more research, and then we start preparing for NieR Automata, probably next week. So we'll try to do the kindness story and see if maybe some more stuff gets discussed there, and if there is, then we'll get a little bit more background on certain things, besides kinda, maybe more on the shades, maybe more on the world. And then we can prepare for Automata when I do a lore dump where I basically link Drakengard 1 to NieR again, and then we link NieR to the start of Automata. So that's how we'll handle it. But for now, I think this is a good stopping point. We went for about 2 hours, 3 hours almost. So that's pretty good. Yeah, I think we'll call it here. But yeah, this game so far, I mean, I liked it. I did like it a lot. It had a pretty good story, especially again with the background knowledge that we had from playing Drakengard 3, summarizing and covering Drakengard 1. it would have been a lot more confusing had I let's say not played those games. Had I no knowledge of them. If I didn't know they existed, this game would be just, again, a generic 6 out of 10 typical adventure story. But now that we know that much of, you know, of the other games that precede it, it's a lot deeper. And we'll see where this goes. Because again, remember, I know nothing about NieR Automata. All I know is that it's set in the fucking far future or some shit. And I think 2B is an android or something. And that's it. That's all I know. I don't know anything else. I've been lucky enough to not have that game spoiled. I was lucky enough to not have NieR spoiled for fucking 14 years or whatever. And I'm glad I was able to finally play it. And play it the way I did. But for now, I think we'll just call it here. Actually, before I do, almost forgot. The lyrics, actually, to Ashes of Dreams, which, I mean, you should have been able to hear them. But just in case, I'll quickly go over them one more time. Or, you know, once, since technically we didn't cover them before. But throughout the game, we had Popola's sister sing the song in a different language. In a language of the ancients that she didn't know. All she knew was a general, like she knew like a snippet or two of what actually happened in the song, or what the song lyrics were about, but she didn't really know what they meant. All she knew was that it sounded pretty, right? And then when we get to the ending, we're able to actually hear what the lyrics mean. So if I go over it just real quick, I'm just gonna read it. It's, once there were trees full of birds, meadowlands vibrant with flowers. Carefree the songs our children once sang, gilding our minutes and hours. Clouds came and covered the sun, the breath of a baleful unease. Turning to ashes, flowers in their fields, silence the birds in their trees. Hidden so deep in veils of deceit, imprisoned in twisting spells, are we the plaything of fiends, or merely the dreams that we're telling ourselves? Strive till the phantoms are broken. Fight till the battle is done. The squadrons of night can't conquer the day, nor shadows extinguish the sun. Stories of danger, fearless attack, specters of plague and pain. All of these ghosts of our own delusions come back, and will be haunted again, haunted again. For though the storms are over and past, though the thunder's rage is quieted at last, well, this nightmare's laid me down in the rags here to mourn, here to mourn. The night has left us crippled with grief, as we strive to keep alive our beliefs. But a loss so great, it clouds all our hopes for the dawn. Hidden so deep in veils of deceit, imprisoned in twisting spells, are we the plaything of fiends or merely the dreams that we're telling ourselves, Stories of danger, fearless attack, specters of plague and pain. All of these ghosts of our own delusions are back. Have we been fighting in vain? Fighting in vain. So, this basically covers what we just played through, essentially. And it goes over a little bit of the start of the game as well. You know, once there were trees full of birds, and then clouds came and covered the sun, turning to ashes flowers in their fields. As we know, this is the start of the game where I forget the name of the mother beast or whatever the fuck her name was, where she shows up, and we have Angelus and Kaim fight her, and then she dies, and then her body disintegrates and starts spreading throughout the world, and that's the Black Flower's influence. And then, of course, the whole, are we the plaything of fiends or merely the dreams that we're telling ourselves? So I assume that's referring to the characters or the shells, because they're pretending to be humans, right? Most people in the world of NieR, everyone that we talk to, all the villagers, all the king, everyone, they're all just shells. They're not actual humans because they're not the shades, right? So are they just merely telling themselves that they are human, that they are in the right, that the shades are of course here to oppress them or kill them or whatever, or take over their world? Then strive till the phantoms are broken, right? Fight till the battle is done. And then the squadrons of night, the shades can't conquer the day, so nor shadows extinguish the sun. So they can't overcome us, and you know, because the shades strive in the shades, in the shadows. So that's why they only show up on cloudy days and stuff like that. All of these ghosts of our own delusions come back and will be haunted again, right? It's the same thing, the shades just never fucking stop. And then even though the storm is over and there's no more sound, like there's nothing around me, the night left us crippled with grief as we strive to keep alive our belief of this. This is probably the realization that NieR has, of like the Shadowlord, of course, being the Shadowlord, being the original human, being his half, the guy at the beginning of the game. And the dude is kind of having his existential crisis. And this fucking loss, like it says here, is so great it clouds all our hopes for the dawn. So them realizing again that they're just shells just kind of kills their drive to continue to exist. And like that's basically it. Like, are we the playthings of fiends or merely the dreams that we're telling ourselves? Have we been fighting in vain? So it's a pretty interesting song, and it's a very beautiful song. It's sang really fucking great. Or greatly. It is so good. I love Ashes of Dreams a lot. There's so many versions of it. There's like 3 of them that have vocals, so I assume those are found in other endings, but the one that we heard was Ashes of Dreams the new version, quote unquote, and that's the one that's in English. The others are sang in I believe one is like a pseudo French and the other one's like a pseudo Japanese. I believe whatever the language the mask people speak. It's not actually any language. It's just a bunch of words, right? But either way, I think that's a good place to stop. Just some quick analysis, right? We covered most of what went on, and then we'll see if with Kaina's story we get more information. And if we do, cool. And if not, I will still summarize everything that happens, get a bunch of notes ready. And then when we start Automata next week, probably on Friday, I'll do we'll start like usual. We'll do a lore dump. We'll connect Drakengard to NieR to Automata, and we'll set up Automata and we'll see how that goes. And then maybe I'll do a like bonus stream or something after, once I get maybe more notes, once we're done with Automata, and then maybe I'll just do a quick lore dump stream where we summarize just what happens in Automata, so we can not get closure, but kind of like know what happens, I guess, in case it's not obvious enough, or if I don't somehow pick it up. Because again, NieR Automata has, from what I was told, like 27 endings. And I mean, fuck, I guess we'll see what happens. But for now, as usual, for those of you who are still here, I really do want to thank you so much for joining me tonight. And hopefully you had fun. This was a very interesting series. For me, it was a treat just like listening to all this music while playing through the game. It was a lot of fun. That was like my favorite part of this entire thing. The combat itself was okay. The game wasn't really too repetitive. I assume, again, if you're doing all the side quests, it can be. But for me, it was still fine. It was still a very good game, and I'm happy that I played it, or that I finally got to experience it. But as usual, I'll call things here.